In this video, we're going to find the arc length and the area of a sector. If you're revising, you can pause the video and have a go at these three examples as I scroll through. There's 1 and 2, and number 3. Okay, to find the arc length on the area of a sector, you must memorize these formula. They are not given in your examination. The arc length is a fraction of the full circumference. So to find a circumference is pi d. If you only want to have a fraction of the circumference, you only want the angle out of 360. That's the fraction you require. So you get the circumference and you multiply it by the fraction you want. So that could be 70 degrees out of 360 or 20 degrees out of 360, whatever this angle is here out of 360. Similarly, to find the area of a sector is this sort of blue shaded part. It's a fraction of the full circle. The area of a circle formula is pi r squared. So if you're finding the sector, you'd only want a fraction of that. You only want theta out of the full 360. So that could be 20 degrees out of 360 or 50 degrees out of 360. That will give you the fraction you require if you put in the angle there. Let's apply those formula. 1a, find the arc length. So for part A, the arc length, we'll call that L, is theta over 360. Theta is the angle, which is 40 degrees out of 360. You multiply that by pi, and then you multiply that by the diameter. Now, here to here is the radius. It's going from the circumference into the center. The diameter would be double that, would continue on. So you have to double the 16 to get 32. So you put that in your calculator, 40 divided by 360 times pi times 32, and to 2 decimal places, you get 11.17 centimeters. For the area, it's theta over 360 times pi r squared. So theta is our angle, so 40 over 360, multiply that by pi, and it's pi r squared, it's multiplied again by r squared. The radius we already know is 16, so 16 squared. Again, put that in your calculator, 40 divided by 360 times pi times 16 squared. That gives 9.93 centimeters. That'll be squared because it's an area. Example 2, find the perimeter of B, C, D, E. So in that shape, we have some of the sides already to find the perimeter. We know this is 2.4 and we know this is 2.1. We also know this will be 2.4 because that's symmetrical. So all we need to find out is this side CD, this arc length, and we'll be able to get the perimeter. Unfortunately, we don't have the angle required. What do we do then? We have to consider this smaller sector, because in the smaller sector we have the radius of it and we have its arc length, and that's enough to find out what the angle should be. So the formula for arc length, remember, is theta over 360 multiplied by pi d. In that example, L, the arc length, is going to be 2.1. Remember, we're looking at the smaller one, so that's its arc length. So that would be the angle divided by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by the diameter. And this sector has a radius of 3.5, that's halfway, so the diameter would be double 3.5, which should be 7. So what we need to do is rearrange this equation to find out what the angle is. I'll just do it in small steps. But the first thing I would do is times both sides by 360 to get rid of that fraction. So 2.1 times 360 is 756. That would be theta times pi times 7. I could divide both sides by 7. So 756 divided by 7 gives you 108. And then theta is going to be 108 divided by pi. You can do all of that, by the way, in one go, but I'm just breaking it down for you. That tells us the angle is 34.38 to 2 decimal places. So now let's consider the larger sector. Run out of space. L equals, now it's still theta over 360, pi d, just it's going to be a different sector that we're looking at. So the arc length for the larger sector, the angle is still the same. The angle for the small sector and the large sector is shared. It's that angle at A, 34.38, divided by 360, multiplied by pi, and then times by the diameter of the larger one is these two numbers combined. So that would be 3.5 plus 2.4, which is 5.9. And don't make that mistake, 5.9 is the radius. So double your 5.9 to get 11.8. Okay, so let's get the arc length from that. I kept everything in my calculator, so it is all 100% accurate. So that's 3.54. That's not rounded, that's exact answer. So finally then the perimeter would be the 2.4 plus the other 2.4 plus the 2.1 plus, we just found out CD was 3.54. And that ends up with 10.44. It's the perimeter, so that will be in centimeters. Tough question, that. And now to number 3. Find the perimeter of AOB if the area is 45 pi. So if you're stuck on these sort of questions, you need to see what concept's involved and then what formula can you bring in from that concept. The concept's about the area of this sector. Area of a sector is theta over 360 times pi and then r squared. Now I know we want to find out the perimeter, as in we want to find out this length here, but we can't get it because we haven't got the angle. So that's why I'm going to the concept that they have given us information about. That might help us. We can maybe find out theta from that. So the area is 45 pi. That's equal to theta over 360 times by pi times by 10 squared. Now you'll notice that equation has pi on both sides. So if you divide both sides by pi, they cancel out. So we can forget about that for starters. And if I tidy that up a little bit, then we've got 45 equals theta over 360 times 10 squared, which is 100. So I would multiply both sides by 360 to get rid of that fraction. 16200 is theta times 100, which means theta is going to be 162 if you divide both sides by 100. And that looks about right because it's an obtuse angle. So then we can work out the arc length AB. L equals theta over 360 times pi times diameter. So that would be 162 out of 360 multiplied by pi, and the diameter is going to be double 10, it'll be 20. That gives you 9 pi, which is 28.27 to 2 dp. Once the perimeter, so the perimeter is all these sides added together. So 10 plus another 10 plus what we just found out. So that's 10 plus 10 plus 28.27, which gives 48.27. Perimeter, so that will be in centimeters.